Yeah, and we're live doing a motherfucking concert. What's going on? The captain is in the building. The captain is live. He's hot, coming live and direct in full effect from Tampa, Florida. Florida's greatest, Florida's most wanted. The YouTube sensation, Z-Man, is here. We are rocking it here on the YouTube channel, which you can subscribe to at www.youtube.com/sitdownzumak. What's up, Andrew Hall? California love. Hit subscribe, or as the kids say, smash that button. Smash that subscribe button. Smash. I'm picking up the YouTube lingo. I'm watching Logan Paul. I'm learning to be a YouTube sensation. Hit that like button, California love. Hit that motherfucking like button. Because we're going live, bitches. I still don't know what I'm doing. I'm learning as I go. But I'm having fun. I like to chat. I like how people fight in the chat. That's fun for me. That's enjoyable. How the chat is taking on some weird storyline. They're fighting over Red Bar, Brian McCarthy. You name it. They're all over it. I love it. I love the action. I love it. California Love says, Chad, are you an MMA fan? I like MMA. I don't follow it closely, but I like the sport. I like Dana White. I have a friend that fights in MMA. Her name's Jessica Evil Eye. If you go on my front page, you can see me arm wrestle her. Stipe from Cleveland. I respect MMA. I respect the MMA fighters. I respect the MMA product. It is exciting. I should follow it more closely, but I don't follow it that closely. But I respect it. I like it. If it's on a TV, I'll watch. I don't go out of my way to get the pay-per-views. People say they're having an MMA party. Would you like to come? I will come. So that's where I stand on MMA. I think it's fun. I love that MMA was the first sporting event where they opened full capacity in Jacksonville, and masks were optional. Dana White has balls, and you need these trailblazers like Dana White to be the first, because this country has lost their mind. They've lost their fucking mind. So guys like Dana White are the ones so we can get our lives back to normal. So I respect that he had the balls to do that. So yes, I do like it. I don't follow it closely. It's not that I don't like it. It's just it is what it is. Rack me. Andrew Hall. Chad, forget about us little people when you become a YouTube star. I'm never going to forget about you guys. You were here for day one. First of all, I don't want to become a YouTube star. I want to become a YouTube sensation. I want to tour under YouTube sensation. That's the goal, because I think it's hilarious that I'm a YouTube sensation. The captain. I want to get so big that people start buying captain's hats and coming to the shows, because I steer the fucking ship. I steer the ship. Opie, don't forget it. Jimmy says, did you really quit Twitter for good? No, I did not quit Twitter for good. I deleted it off my phone. I don't need to be on there. It's a waste of time. I'm trying to do other things. I need to be focused. I got a lot on my plate, and I'm forcing myself to be focused. And Twitter is a major distraction. I get caught up in it. That's why I would do those week Twitter cleanses, so I can just kind of focus. I'm a child. I call myself the grown-ass man boy, which will be the name of my book if I ever write it. So I have to discipline myself like a child, put myself in timeout, ground myself. So I have to like delete the Twitter app because I'm not being good. I'm not being a good boy. I'm not doing what I have to do. So I have to punish myself from time to time. I don't have any parents, so I got to do it myself. I got to parent myself, and I'm not good at it. I'm a shitty parent to me, but I'm trying. That's all you can do in life is try. Whatever you can do, just try. You know, I don't fault anyone for trying, unless they really suck at trying. I don't know what that means. Bobby Miller, 2 days, you beast. I'm doing it. I'm a YouTube sensation, guys. When you're a YouTube sensation, you got to keep the momentum going. The last live I did, I got the fucking the badge. What's it called? Somebody left me money. Got my first group chat or group whatever it's called, group badge, group something. I got to pick up this YouTube lingo. If I'm gonna be a sensation, I got to learn this shit. I got a YouTube whatever they pay for. I don't know what it is, but I got it, and it was exciting. And then I got another one and another one. So I got 3 altogether. So I was like, this is fun. California Love, steering the ship. There it is. Aye, Captain. Jay Gibb in the house. Wisdom reigns. Any 3-hour tours in the future? Oh, come on, Wisdom. I know where you're going with that. Are you trying to call me Gilligan like the amazing Vito did? Is that what you're trying to do? You trying to give me that Gilligan burn? That Bob Denver burn? It's not going to work, pal. I know where you're going with your little 3-hour tour. The weather started getting rough. The tiny ship was lost. I know where you're going with this. I'm not Gilligan. I'm not Alan Hale Jr. either. I'm the captain. A YouTube sensation. Chad, did you write your to-do list today yet, buddy? I did. I didn't get to any of it. I'm supposed to do my taxes. I'm avoiding doing my 2020 taxes because I just got done with my 2019 taxes. And as a comedian, it stinks because you got to add up all your fucking receipts, your write-offs. It takes forever. And if I was a more organized individual, I'd be doing it quarterly through the year, so it wouldn't be such a burden. But it takes so much time. So much time. So I got a lot of work to do. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. I'm loving it. Super chat. That's right. John Adams, YouTube super chat. He knows what I'm talking about. I got my first super chat today. It was very exciting. Jay Gibbs says, save it for the Patreon. You got it. Jacob, can you call Kevin? Yes, call Kevin. If I call Kevin, you got to A, leave a super chat or sign up to my Patreon, or I'm not calling Kevin. It's called blackmail, people. Blackmail, bitches. Okay? I'm not a hot chick. I can't get on OnlyFans. I can't show you my asshole. No one's going to buy that. Jacob's already signed up for my Patreon. Can you call Joe Cumia? I'm not calling that guy. I feel bad for that guy. He's not even really in the business. He's just a cover band guy. About going gay for pay. I can't do it. I swear to God. If I could, I would. If I could somehow manage to convince myself to suck a cock, I would. But I can't. I'm very hetero. I'm sorry. I know it's not cool in 2021 to be a white male and like vagina, but I'm into it. I'm a fan. I like it a lot. And I'm kind of grossed out by dicks. It's kind of gross, the whole sexual man-on-man act. And if you are gay, that's fine. Do it. If you like it, that's great. Fuck each other. But I'm not into it. I'm not into it. All right, let's call Kevin. I don't know if he's going to answer, but I will call him. I'm calling Kevin Brennan. I expect my 4th super chat or Venmo. Here we go. See if he answers.
Yeah.
Hey, Kevin, I'm pulling a Jimmy Martinez. I'm doing a live, so don't say anything discriminating. Did you get kicked off Twitter? Because I'm on doing this live chat. Everybody wants to know what's going on with your Twitter.
Wait, you're live now?
I'm doing YouTube live on my YouTube channel. I'm trying to be a YouTube sensation.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. My wife was talking about some Louis episode where Florentine and him took a double-decker dump.
Yeah, I tweeted it out on my YouTube channel.
That episode?
Yeah, it was the last episode of Louis on FX. Florentine was the feature act, and he was like a hack feature act staying with Louis in the condo.
Oh, right. My wife said it was the first episode of the 5th season, so somebody's wrong.
It was the very last episode of Louis of all time.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, it was. They never made another one after that.
All right. Yeah, I got kicked off Twitter, yeah.
So when are you allowed back on? I'm just trying to get the...
At 7 o'clock.
Oh, okay, so you're back. Okay, good. That's because you called OnlyFans women whores.
No, I started innocently enough, as they always do. I said some OnlyFans whore had pictures of her with like all these tattoos. I said, do you have any pictures without those terrible tattoos? And then she insulted me, and before I know it, I was insulting all of them. And then it was like they were swarming at me. All these other whores, these other OnlyFans whores were defending her. And they kept coming at me, and they're like, who are you? And I would link the documentary out for them. Okay, so like, I was drinking too. I was mad because the Knicks were losing by 13 at halftime. They ended up winning. So I was thought I was going to be drinking like out of celebration. But then I was like pissed. And so I started with this OnlyFans stuff. But it was like, they're all ugly, man. They're still ugly. It was like, how about this? And I was like, that's disgusting. I mean, they're so disgusting. It's so sad. And they call themselves sex workers. It's like, you're whores. I love how everybody's like got a new title for their like job. I'm not an OnlyFans. I'm a sex worker. All right.
Hey, before I let you go, we're going to do the MLF tomorrow at 3. Are you cool?
Yeah, try to get Florentine. I want to talk about that episode.
Okay, I'll ask him.
All right.
All right, man. I'll see you. Bye. There you go. I did it. I got Kevin Brennan on the phone. You asked. I delivered. You're welcome. I'm bringing you content, people. That's an example of how the captain steers the ship. You asked. I listened. I steered the boat a different direction. Jim, I'm reading some of your comments right now. Remember Florentine double-deckered the motel and Meet the Creeps. That's right, Bobby Miller. Kevin's first tweet should be, Fauci is at fault for the COVID leak. Dr. Fauci can suck my dick, that piece of shit. And listen, I try not to get political, but fuck everybody that listens to that guy. That guy's a piece of shit, Dr. Fauci. Fucking liar. Politician, puppeteering the American people, fucking us over. That guy's garbage, Dr. Fauci. Just garbage. Straight political garbage. Ooh, Dr. Fauci said he was sitting in that meeting wearing 2 masks. He's a fucking idiot. Listen, I'm a 2.4 GPA general studies major. I'm a moron. I went to Kent State University for 7 years, and I'm stupid. I have zero common sense. I'm reckless. I do dumb shit, but I'm smarter than Dr. Fauci. Rack me. California Love, complete at least one thing on your to-do list every day, and you'll get there. I like you're good. You're good. Paul Carley, Fauci, two-mask maniac. He's a moron. We should never listen to that guy again, ever. Ever. This labeled, is Joe Cumia fan channel. Is this the Joe Cumia fan channel? I'm a big fan of his music. I don't know Joe Cumia. I've never met the guy, but I feel bad for him. I feel bad that he got his gigs canceled because he just seems like some dude. It's Anthony's brother. He didn't sign up for the O&A world, and next thing you know, they're fucking with his livelihood. Listen, I don't mind fucking with people. I'm all about fucking with people. It's a good time. When we start fucking like with their livelihood, that's when it gets weird. I'm like, all right, guys, back off a little bit. Okay, the guy's playing Red Hot Chili Pepper songs. He needs the money. You know, let the guy do his cover songs, get his $200, and let's move on. Sorry I didn't ask Kevin about Red Bar. I know somebody said something about Red Bar in the chat. Oh, it was Jacob. Yeah, I said ask him to call into Red Bar. He's live today. Send Jules a message. I'm sure Kevin's aware Red Bar's reached out to him. I'm going to be the next guy. The captain is going to steer the ship where I'm the next Red Bar. It started in this little office area with a little microphone that doesn't work, a laptop that I still don't know how to do, and it will turn into a huge production when I become a YouTube sensation. YouTube sensation. Not a star, a sensation. I will sell out all my shows. Everyone will be wearing the captain's hat. I see it now. I'm putting it into fruition. It's going out there. Lenny's printer said, put it out there and it will happen. What do we got here? Lucas 2. Jesus, what do you do all day? I avoid doing my taxes all day. I went for a 10-mile bike ride. I took a shit. I emailed 5 comedy clubs. I returned some emails. I counted receipts. I added up receipts for like a half hour. I ate lunch. I cooked my lunch. Yes. Yes, I had chicken breast with my Silk City hot sauce, Mango Madness, Z-Man's Florida's greatest tropical sauce. I had corn on the cob. I baked it. It was delicious. I enjoyed it. I went and got a haircut. So, Lucas 2, what did you do all day? Jesus. There you go. Full disclosure. Judge me on everything I just told you today. Judge me. Lucas 2. There's been one Lucas. His name's Corey fucking Haim. And he got raped by Charlie Sheen on the set. So fuck you, Lucas 2. Lucas 1 got raped and now he's dead. Because of you. And he got raped by Charlie Sheen. I'm not messing around with these lives, guys. I'm not messing around with these lives. I'm coming hard. I'm calling out people. I'm calling out Corey Haim. I'm calling out Sheen. This label says I'm the next Jake Paul. Yes, I am. Because guess what? Jake Paul is from Westlake, Ohio. I lived in Lakewood, Ohio. Those are neighbor cities. Go look it up online. So I'm going to fight Jake Paul one day. I'm not there yet. You have to hit subscribe on the YouTube channel, but I'm almost there. I'm going to get there in about possibly 10 years. I'm not really good at networking. I'm not really good at playing ball. I'm not really good at pandering. So it's going to take some time. I need some diehards to back me up. All right, here's another message from Lucas2. What do you call a tree with a bunch of chickens hanging from it? I don't know where you're going with this, but I'm not going to like the punchline. Paul Carley, what does Red Bar do with that's so special? All I've seen in him is commenting on other people's content and talking to himself. People seem to like him. California Love says, Chad, where's your next gig? Do you have something lined up? I'm in Oklahoma at the end of June as of right now. The goal is to work on my health and YouTube channel and website until then. I don't want to tour as much. I like doing stand-up, but I hate to travel. I'm beat up. I'm out of shape. Yes, I know I'm fat. I gained weight. I'm in my 40s. My metabolism sucks when you're on the road. You get done with 2 shows. Nothing's open except Steak and Shake and Burger King. I'm going to eat it. Sorry. It's my life. I'm dealing with it. But if it makes you feel better, comment on how I'm fat. If that's, go ahead. Nothing you can say is going to hurt me at this point. I've heard it all. Everything you can hurt. Everything you can heckle, I heard. Bobby Miller says, Lucas 2 sucks. Lucas 3. Jake Paul is hoping to become the next Chad Zumach, according to Bobby Miller. Bring him on. Call-outs from the port side. Wisdom reigns. Mangus. That last MLC was fucking dope. Bring that guy back. That's Brant Tobler. He's a comedian out of Denver. Go follow him on social media. Listen to his podcast. He's funny as fuck. He's got a great story on what was the old Ari Shaffir storytelling show that Roy Wood took over. I'm drawing a blank. What is it, guys? What is it? Anyways, This Is Not Happening. It's on YouTube. Go watch it. He talks this great story about trying to kill his dad. It's pretty funny. He's great. I met him in Denver. I met him in Denver, and we became fast friends quickly. Every now and then you go on the road, you meet comics, they come and go, you forget who they are. Like I told that Nate Bargatze story. But Brad and I clicked right away. We were like instant friends. And he's one of those dudes, he doesn't give a fuck. He's not all in with the industry. A poultry. That was Lucas 2's punchline. So what do you call a tree with a bunch of chickens hanging from it? A poultry. Lucas 2 is probably Brian McCarthy. You have to be Brian McCarthy. That's an alias. Herb says, you ever in California? I won't be in California anytime soon. When I was driving, when I had my Honda packed up and I was leaving LA, 2020, late January 2020. I remember I saw the Los Angeles, you're leaving California sign, and I went like this. Fuck you. I swear to God, I was by myself. I just flipped off you're leaving fuck California. No offense. But that place, LA killed my friend, drove my other friend crazy, Sam Tripoli, and it almost drove me crazy. I had a detox for a year from that goddamn filth, child molest infested city. All these motherfuckers, these narcissists trying to get famous. I can't do it. It's not in me. Paul Carley. You're hardly fat at all compared to me. You could get into great shape in just a couple months. Look at the bright side. Paul, you're the nicest guy on the internet. Nobody leaves positive messages. Rack you. Vince wants Bobby Miller for co-host. Possibly. This is a work in progress. We're trying to figure out where we're going with it. Lucas Stu says you should sell crack. That seems like a good career move. I have too many charges to sell crack. Let me get through one, and then we'll figure out the next criminal activity. I'm kidding, by the way. California Love. Silk City Hot Sauce. Florida's greatest tropical sauce. Use Mango Madness. Promo code ZUMAC. Get 15% off. Now I got guys doing promos for me in the chat. Hit that like and subscribe. He's building my... California Love is single-handedly building my YouTube sensation. He's building my channel. This labeled, was it LA that killed Brody or Tony Hinchcliffe? We may never know. Nah, it was the fucking city, man. You get caught up in that bullshit, and he already had medical or mental problems, and it just got to be too much. It's sad. A smile from the captain is my reward. Do. Chef Monte says, I live in California and it sucks. Your governor stinks and I don't want to get political, but you guys have a homeless problem and you're paying $5 for gas. Chad's on his 7th Dewey. For the record, I don't have a DUI. I was charged with one, but because of the legal system, I was able to get a plea bargain of reckless operation. They're trying to make money off me. I give them their money, and they give me the lesser plea. Now, was I drunk? Of course. Yes, I was. But I pled down because courts are they're gangsters. They're trying to get their money. Everyone's on for the take. Everybody's out for the take. Courts, lawyers, politicians, everyone's trying to get that cash. Everyone's trying to get that cash, man. They don't care how they get it. That's why these police, some of them will arrest you. They'll just jack up charges so you can take a plea bargain. That's a true story. That's a fact. They want to force you into a plea. Gavin Newsom does suck. Chef Monte. Webster, are you drinking now? No one work for free. Lucas too. Magnus. What do you think of Johnny Mitchell? I mean, he seemed like a decent enough, but he's sort of assertive and don't give a fuck shtick seemed a bit old. I will handle this honestly. Magnus. Johnny Mitchell was on the last Misery Loves Company, the one before Brant. It was on Monday. Listen, I'm not a guy. Okay, before I answer this Johnny Mitchell thing, I want to preface this. I'm not trying to be a shock jock. I'm not trying to throw people under the bus to make a name for myself. This isn't a brand. This isn't a character. This is me talking honestly. Okay? Sometimes it serves me well. Sometimes it doesn't. Okay? I don't pander to people that don't like me so they'll like me. I'll just say what I have to say honestly. Some people might get offended by what I'm saying. That's fine. You're allowed. You're entitled. With that being said, Johnny Mitchell, the comedian that was on Misery Loves Company. I met him. Nice guy. A little douchey. Okay? Nice guy. He was very respectful to me. Seemed very LA when I met him. And again, I'm not talking shit, but he was bothering me on that episode because it didn't seem authentic. I don't like when people are trying to come by with a fake thing. I think he was trying to be like pandering to Kevin's audience and pandering to Kevin. I just don't like it. I think he has it in him. I think he has like a dick in him, but I don't necessarily think that's who he is. I think he's still trying to find his voice. I don't think he's a strong enough comic. He's trying to figure it out. With that being said, good luck. I don't hate you. But that's one of the reasons why I got out when I couldn't handle it anymore. I was just, all right. I just don't like when people aren't authentic. I hate branding dudes. Unfortunately, I'm in a business of people branding and gimmicks, and it's all over the fucking place, and it bothers me. It bothers me. I opened for a guy named Chad Prather. He's big, and during the pandemic, he saved my life because he was very generous, and I was opening for him when a lot of businesses were closed, and he was paying me double than what I normally made, and it was what I needed, I think, because I had a lot of bills. But he's on Blaze TV. He's a big Trump supporter. But he always, what I respected about him is he never claimed to be a comedian. He's like, I respect comedians too much. I'm just doing comedy. He goes, I got popular on YouTube, and I'm doing comedy. And he's funny. He does great on stage. Everyone's entertained. But he admitted it's just a branding thing. It's just, he's like, this is my lane. He goes, I believe in it, but I'm going full out. But he's authentic about that. He's not trying to be a comedian. He's not saying, I'm a comedian, and this is what, there's a lot of those people out there, and I just don't like the branding thing and this. I'm not trying to play this in echo chamber. You either like me or you don't. Bottom line, I don't care. I'm not going to pander. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to pander for, will you like me? Like me, like me, like me, like me? Please, Reddit, like me. Please, please, please like me. Like me, like me, like me. I'm sorry, who are these podcast Reddit fans? I'm sorry. I fucked up. All right, let's get back to your thing. The captain. Smile from the captain. You got that. I'm reading your shit, guys. Lucas 2 says, turn heel, Chad. Become the offensive. Again, I got to be authentic. I'm not going to do it just for marketing purposes. Will you give honest answers to comedy fans? I have questions about some other comics' work ethic. I'm noticing it. Shoot. Cobra with a K, not Cobra with a C. Stallone. Magnus, 100% agree. It came off as phony and forced for sure. Just saying some random shit like to be edgy. Tobler is clearly a guy who has a bit of a wild side, but is very authentic sounding. He is. He's cool as fuck. I'm 100% agreeing with you, Mangus. Everything you said about Johnny and Brand. On the eve of Memorial Day weekend, you sick fuck. Is it Memorial Day weekend? I don't even know what the fuck's going on. Paul Carley, talking about branding. Remember the guy who wanted to be branded with the MLC logo? Those were the days. There's a guy out there, I forgot his name. His name's Spencer Gatson. He was a big fan of mine. Still is. Patreon member. Spencer, if you're in here. I one time autographed his arm at the Funny Stop, and he got it tattooed. True story. So he has my tattoo on his arm. Dislabeled says, is it true Chrissy Mayer has AIDS? Listen, I'm no fan of Chrissy's, but I'm not going down that road. If she has AIDS, she's kept it quiet, but I don't think so. To her defense. Cobra says, why is being a comedian on a cruise ship looked down upon? Comments? I hear from comics who can't land those gigs or bigger. Is that an old myth still true, or wannabe comics throwing dirt on doing comedy? Yeah, listen, there's the one thing about the pandemic that taught me there's no rules to this anymore. Whatever weird rules we made in our head, we got to be in New York, we got to be in LA, we can't do this. It's over. It's done. These rules don't apply to everybody. If I got a cruise ship gig, which pays amazing, I'll fucking do the gig. I do jokes for 45 minutes, and then I can fucking eat all-you-can-eat buffet and be on the ocean, lay out and get some sun. I'm all in. I will be a cruise ship motherfucking comic. I will brand me cruise ship comic. I'm all in. Who gives a fuck? I'm telling jokes for a lot of money. free room and board on a boat in paradise, meeting hot girls, all in. Cruise ship comic. That's what I want to be, the captain. Viral sensation, cruise ship comic. So, if comics rip on cruise ship comics, then go fuck themselves. They stink. California love. Chad, you're clearly authentic. You're not a freaking brand. You keep it real. You're awesome. Thank you, buddy. Lucas 2 says, Chad, you are a funny guy. I will read the motherfucking compliments. He also says, fuck Tripoli. Tell you what, man. I'm telling you, I read that. Somebody sent me the, I don't want to out the, he sent me a video link of Tripoli's baby's mama writing in the red bar. Ugh, cringe. Cringe, cringe, cringe. She's crazy. She's a fucking nutbag. Tell Tripoli I said that. He fucked up. TB says Practical Joker's cruise seems like they crushed that stereotype. Agreed. Anything goes now. Time to create more new settings for comedy. That's why I'm a YouTube sensation, guys. I didn't set out to be one. Now I am. I'm a sensation. Not a star, a YouTube sensation. Shades Cal. Chad, you are far too young to sound like Levy. Stop whining about. I'm just telling how it is, dude. I don't play ball. Shades, you're entitled to your opinion, but I'm just saying how it is. This is what it is. This is the reality. This is what it is. I can bullshit you. I can pander to you, but I'm not going to. Paul says, a pal of mine was a cruise ship panelist for a while. He couldn't handle the motion of the ocean. Wisdom Rang says, swinging with the boomers on the cruise comic tour. Cleo loves me. All right. Now we're cooking. We're cooking with gas. I'm at 28 listeners right now. I think I'm beating Opie in the captain department. I got 20 likes. That's nice. Got one new subscriber. Yeah. Bobby Miller says this is a gem. Looks like a 3-day relax. Bro, the stream is going to evolve nicely, Bobby Miller. Thank you. Mike Sherman says Florida's greatest. Thank you. Where's the super chat? Super chat should be on. Is it not on? Let's see how we do it. Let me edit. Can I edit on the fly? Let's see what I can do here, guys. Oh, here we go. Wait. Oh, here we go. I think I'm doing it now. I think I fixed it. Here's another like Chadwick, Left Nero Productions. He's on Patreon. Lefty Nero. Australian Ellis. What's up? Paul Carley says, a certain stage in a man's life, he needs to stop fucking around and get some financial security. At that point, you got to throw your fancy ideas out the window and go get that cash. That's where I'm at right now, guys. I'm going out. I'm getting that cash. If I was doing Tim Dillon numbers on Patreon right now, I'm telling you what, you'd never see me again. I want to pay all my bills. We all do. We all want to pay our bills. But I don't need stardom. I don't need celebrity. I don't need it. Don't want it. Never did. Stupid. It's dumb. I just want to be able to be funny, be creative, and pay my bills. It's that simple. What is this? Some sort of Q&A? The super chat is on. According to California law, we're good to go. I got my first super chat this afternoon. I got 3 of them. It was fantastic. It was exciting. Jimmy says this is a chat AMA. Monty J says if you were doing a Tim Dillon numbers, you could go pay your bail. Ha, 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 ha. It was paid for, bitch. Done. It was already on. Jason Ellis, you need friends, Chad. Friends like Ray DeVito. I am friends with Ray DeVito. I've known Ray since 1998. This label says Q&A, more like QAnon. Chef Monte says Tim Dillon is a gay. I don't agree. Here's a good story. I opened for Tim like 2 weeks ago at Side Splitters because every 2 months he likes to do Monday and Tuesday and do like 4 shows and sell them out. We were sitting in the green room and he was just like, I love what fucking Brennan's saying about me. It's hilarious. So he's well aware of everything Kevin says and he thinks it's hilarious. Derek, could you give up comedy if rich? Yes. Yes, I could. I could give up anything. Joseph says doing Tim Dillon should be his own podcast. Doing Tim Dillon should be its own podcast. Paul Carley says, when you're young and idealistic, it's a passion over profit. But when you get to 40, it's profit over passion. I agree with that, Paul. I'm with you. Stand-up was early on, it was a very, very passion thing for me. And I put everything I had into it. But now I'm older, wiser, jaded. I'm like, fuck that. I like telling dick jokes, but I'm not playing the game. Cleo says, do you know anything about Artie Lang? You know, it's funny. Every time I do one of these live chats, somebody always asks about Artie. Everybody wants to know what's going on with Artie. One thing I will say, I hear a couple mixed stories. There's a couple mixed stories out there about Artie. I heard he was in Florida. I heard he's staying with his mom. I heard he's going to meetings. I heard he's on probation. I heard he went back. I don't know, but I do know Artie from time to time will lay low. Like you remember when he stabbed himself? He disappeared for like 2 years. So, you know, he was in that wheelhouse of the COVID. He's overweight. He's not in shape. So he's probably just laying low. He'll make his appearance. Derek says Ray has Chrissy Mayer on his podcast today. Of course. Cleo says Tripoli back with Dana. I don't know. Tripoli doesn't talk to me anymore because I tweeted at Patton Oswalt and All Things Comedy got mad. So he cut me out of his life. But I will say this, Team Dana all the way because Martha's a fucking whack job, his baby's mama. And Dana's a very sweet lady. Lefty Nero says, Tim Dillon probably bangs his cat. I don't think he's gay either. That's kind of a weird curveball. Just went from not being gay to banging cats. I don't know about that. Chef Monte, dude, Chad, tell some Bert Kreischer stories. I never liked that guy. First, let me read this. Australian Ellis says, Chrissy is a pig. Sorry, I just had to read it. I saw it. You know, I gotta communicate, right? I could have easily have skipped that, but I had to get it out there. So, Bert stories. I told one when we had Porcelain on Misery Loves Company about how, I don't know if you heard it, but I'll tell this one because it's pretty funny. So we were in Alabama together. We had drove from Nashville to Alabama to do shows, and I was opening for Bert Middling. And he rented he had a car driver, like a driver, a car. We rented a driver in a car, not like a limo, but cart service. And we were like, we got to the venue and we got there early, so we just went for a walk. We're just walking together. And I had just gotten a car wreck in St. Louis like 5 days prior. So I rented a car to drive from St. Louis to Nashville because my car was totaled. And I told him about the car wreck and I got to get a new car and I can't afford a new car. And he's like, well, we got an extra car. We'll just give it to you. I'm like, are you serious? He's like, yeah, that's fine. We're not using it. Just sitting there. And I'm like, so you don't have to give me a car. He's like, no, we're not using it. Just take it. I'm like, wow. And he's doing pretty well. He's a millionaire. So I'm like, cool. Wow, I got a new car. And then, we do the show that night and, I fly home or drive home or whatever. But I'm just like, damn, how do I follow up with that car? How do I follow up with Bert about that car? So I text him. I'm like, hey, man, dude, thanks. That's so nice that you're giving me a car, but how do you want to do this? Nothing. I text him again like 4 days later. I'm like, yeah, just following up about that car. I gotta get a car, and that was really nice that you offered your car to me. So, do I gotta come out to California and drive it out? How do you want to do this? Nothing. I call him a week later, like, hey, it's Chad, just calling you back, or just giving you a call. Give me a call back. I want to figure out that car situation. Nothing. True story. So he pretty much he offered me a car and then didn't give me one. So that's Bert. He felt good that he made me feel good for a minute, and then he moved on with his life. He got the feeling he needed. Paul says, is Bert secretly a massive alcoholic? That face of his. No, he doesn't really. He exaggerates his drinking, to be honest with you. I'll be on the road with him. He'll just have like a couple drinks. I've only seen him trash one time in Omaha. One time he was trashed. But he'll have like he'll take a soda water on stage. This is from my experience. Unless he secretly drinks, I don't know. Derek says Bert sees a cardiologist every 6 months because he parties. I also think he's hyper sensitive, and I think he's a paranoid. But that's my medical opinion. Australian Alice, Chad, did you used to lurk in the ONA Reddit? Because I specifically remember them making fun of you about your first appearance on the Kuma show. And you used to, as a sort of meme, how low can compound go? And you were used to, as a sort of a, no, I don't remember. Reddit scares the piss out of me. I don't go there. I've been there. I'd be lying if I said I haven't gone there. I got trashed for something one time and was just like, what the fuck is this? So I don't even go there. Out of sight, out of mind. But I'm aware people post shit in Reddit. I'm well aware of it. It's pretty easy to hide. You hide behind an anonymous account. You can say where the fuck you want. It's fine. Go post. Do what you do. Bobby Miller says, wow, that's Bert's whole shtick. Do you think the Russian story was real? My personal opinion, Bobby, is I think he did go on a trip to Russia. I think there were some aspects to it was real, but a lot of it was just exaggerated. That's my personal belief. I don't know the exact details. And to be honest with you, I really haven't really paid attention to that whole story. I kind of tune it out every time. I was never really into it. And it's no disrespect. I didn't get it. It was a marketing genius by him. Bert was in an abusive relationship with Jay Moore. That's true. Lucas, too, you still talking to yourself. Australian Ellis, are you looking forward to Porcelain's upcoming Ian Ellis documentary that was funded by Jesse P.S. of Pod Awful? I'm not familiar with that. You talking about? I don't know who Ian Ellis is. I know he's doing one on Bert and Tom. Part Carly. So when Bert tells that story about how he approached Kevin when he was new to comedy because the families knew each other, Kevin fought him off, and we needed to feel sorry for Bert. Yeah, I don't know. Kevin never disputed that story, so I don't know. Australian Ellis, you are redeemed in my eyes. You're a great co-host for Kevin as the current revolving guest. Thank you, Australian Ellis. I appreciate it. I know my place on that show. Derek, Chad, are you sober or California sober? Struggling myself these days, sober years. I don't smoke weed, dude. No offense. Never smoked it. Just never been my thing. I've always had a problem with alcohol. I was like, I don't need to bring anything else into the mix. That's enough. I'm dealing with this. Why bring more shit in? Monty J says, Bert said on his podcast that you made up the story about drinking with him. Monty, what podcast was that? I want to know. I want to hear it. Bert said, you made up the story about out drinking him. Please tell me that podcast. I want to hear it. That's bullshit. Bullshit. He got mad at me because I got too drunk. And he told Tom Segura, he's like, Chad's an alcoholic. I can't take him on the road anymore. I'm like, what? He's trying to fucking... Oops. Oh shit, Tripoli is fighting Red Bar? Where? On Red Bar? Where's Tripoli at, Lucas, too? Did he call in? Bobby Miller, I was thinking the same. Seems almost perfect. And yeah, man, that shit ran like wildfire through Facebook years ago. Yeah, because he bought a bunch of Facebook ads and he promoted it. Lefty Nero says, we need a drunken MLC, you and Kev. Kev was on fire last night on Twitter. And at 7 o'clock tonight, he will be back on Twitter. His suspension will be over with. Monty J said the most recent one. Who was the guest? I want to hear it. Australian. Tell me who the guest was, Monte J. Was it Two Bears or was it Bert? I want to hear him. I want to hear him say that I made it up, which is not 100% false. No reason to make it up. Australian Alice says Bert knew two guys in Tampa that had no tongue and a guy who got struck by lightning 12 times. Totally true story. Thomas says, are Earl's family murderers? I don't think all of them are. Jeremy Fletcher says, keep up the good work, Z-Man. Cheers, guys. Keep up the good work. Ybor City has its sluts. I like Ybor City. I live 4 miles from there. Can't knock his marketing approach, but we sure can knock everything else. Guy can market his ass off. Can't take that away from him. He's a marketer. Brilliant marketer. The doctor says, stay positive, Chad. Don't go the Brennan's route. I hope comedian content creators crush it. Thank you. I'm currently becoming a YouTube sensation. This is my 4th live. I'm building it. The numbers are growing. People are sending me Venmo. They're sending me the super chat shit. It's blowing up. It's undeniable. I'm going to be a YouTube sensation. I'm sorry, haters. You don't want this to happen. I didn't set out to be a YouTube sensation. I just want to be a good comic. But now I have new goals. YouTube sensation. The captain is going to blow up, sell out comedy clubs, and I'll sell captain's hats. Push and believe. You got it. You want to get some quick viral success, Chad? Go on Brendan Schwab, and I'll post it on Fighter. Go go in on Brendan Schwab, and I'll post it on Fighter and the Kids Reddit. The fans will back you hard if you go on him. Cheap and easy. Listen, I'm not Chrissy Mayer. I'm not trying to there's no strategy to this. There's no like I have an idea of what I'm trying to go. I'm not trying to manipulate situations. I don't know Brendan Schwab. I heard the clips I've seen from his Showtime special, not very good. Comics, gossip, we text, and he's off in the punchline for his special that he shot on Showtime. But I don't have anything. I don't know. I don't know the guy. Guy sells tickets. He's got a following. Fighter and Kid seems like a popular podcast, so I'm not going to manufacture fake drama. I'm not going to pretend like I hate this guy because I don't. I just heard he's not very good. He's not that very good of a comic. That's all I heard. So that's my trashing. I don't know. I've never had a run in. I met him once. It was very quick. I can't say he was cool or not cool. He was just like, hey, how's it going? So that was my relationship with Brendan Schwab. So I don't listen to the Fighter and the Kid. I'm not a fan of I listened to it once. I'm like, it's not my thing. I don't like it. So post that on Reddit. See if it goes viral. We must be close. I'm 10 minutes for Ybor. Joseph, we're neighbors. We're neighbors. Next time I'm at Side Splitters, you come see me. Off of Dale Mabry. Australian Alice is 100% right. Not worth giving Brendan Schwab the attention. Terrible. Rich Fostari. Bonnie hates Jeff Ross. I like Rich and Bonnie. Bonnie, when I first started out in comedy, I was living in LA and she was out there. And we were writing a pilot for Zach Galifianakis. I was helping her write this pilot when I first met her. I was only like a year into my comedy, but I thought it was an amazing opportunity. Does Sebastian Maniscalco speak like that in real life? I'll tell you a great Sebastian story. I've known Sebastian forever. And in 2009, he was coming to Cleveland. I was hosting for him at the Cleveland Improv. So at the time, I texted him, hey, man, he was coming in Thursday through Sunday. I go, would you want to fly in a day earlier? I can get us a one-nighter at this bar in my hometown, Kent, Ohio. And he texts back, he goes, how much? I go, he can pay you $500 cash, and I'll open for you. He's going to pay me like $150. He's like, let's do it. He's like, you can drive there and back? I go, yeah, no problem. I'll pick you up from the airport. So I pick up Sebastian from the airport. We drive to Kent, Ohio. It says college ball car, the Water Street Tavern. Packed. Sebastian's on the name. He did the credit that he had was I guess he did the Tonight Show and he did the Vince Vaughn Wild West comedy tour. We do the show, and afterwards, we get in my car, my Hyundai Sonata at the time, and I go to start the car. You're like, wait, and then he pulls out the cash that the booker gave him. He's counting out $20 bills on my dashboard just to make sure there's $500 there. $500. He goes, okay, we're good to go. Fast forward 10 years later, he's worth how much money? 15 million? Like he lives in a mansion. But at the time, he was counting out his $500 because he was just getting going. But I always remember that. That's like one of those memories of, I remember this guy, he's like, yeah, I could use that $500. But now he's fucking a millionaire. He's rich, famous. But I remember that story. And if you're ever at the Water Street Tavern, there's a poster on the wall of that show, and I'm on it. Nobody's allowed to make fun of Bonnie. Nobody. Even good-natured ribbing. Comedians are boarding Jason Ellis. What about Sam Tripoli, Monty? Monty J? You just said Sam Tripoli. California Love. Chad, you have a website that lists your dates. If not, maybe put that on your to-do list. Yeah, my website needs to get updated. I just want to get like a somebody to make me a face and a store and links to all my other shit, because I have a website. I don't update it. I don't give a fuck. I should. I'm bad at business. It's the reason why I'm not bigger than what I am, because I'm bad at business and I just don't give a shit. Joseph, we'll do. I was supposed to go see Verzi last Saturday, but I'm not vaxxed yet, and front row seemed like a bad idea. Yeah, I was going to go too, but I got booked at Naples at Off the Hook, so I couldn't go. But Joe Bartnick was there too, and those are my guys. Side Splitters. Australian Ellis, that's a memory you should have with a father or something, not a comedian. I didn't know my father, Australian Ellis, so fuck it. Suck it. Damn, Sam Tripoli is in the ringer. Is he? No, now let me ask you this, Lucas. Did Tripoli call into Red Bar, or is Red Bar just shitting on him? Or is he tweeting about Red Bar? Because last time I heard, his Twitter was suspended. Because I'm fascinated with this Tripoli Red Bar thing. Oh, thanks to Tyler, who sent me a Venmo. Thank you so much, Tyler. What the fuck? Thanks, Tyler. Thanks for the Venmo. Lucas, tell me what the hell's going on with this Tripoli thing. I'm fascinated. Don't think Sam called in, but talked shit on a stream. Oh, he did? All right. Just Red Bar shitting on him. That Cleo, I'm already blocked on that one. Sam, you dug your own hole, pal. You made your own grave with this baby's mama, turning on your real friends, me, a guy who is very loyal, throwing me under the bus. So all this shit that's happened, Sam, you brought it all on yourself, dude. It is what it is, man. You got to get out of LA. Fucking drives you fucking crazy. Cleo, can you tell us more about Martha and how they met? I talked about it on the last stream, but they met at Skankfest. She was like a big comedy fan, and I met her there too. And then I was living in LA, and we were doing shows together, and she was always at the shows. And she's just weird, just rubbed me wrong, didn't seem right. And he was dating Dana at the time. And next thing you know, Johnny on Punch Drunk sent me a message. She like tweeted out that she had a miscarriage, or she put it on her Instagram. It was like really weird. I go, this chick's fucked up. And then she was pregnant, and then I found out it was because of Sam. Sam never told us he was dating her or hooking up with her or anything. And I was kind of mean to her. I just didn't like her because I like Dana, his ex. She was really nice to me, and I was like, who the fuck is this chick? And then she sensed that I didn't like her, so she started talking shit about me. Then Sam and I got in that big fight. Sam started talking shit to me, and next thing you know, I'm public enemy number one in their lives. He's having her kids, or she's having his kids, and yeah, she's mentally unstable. Tripoli back on coke? I don't know what he's doing. I haven't talked to him. Sam called Red Bar a pedo, so then Red Bar said he would fuck his children if he was a pedo. Well, that sounds like content you guys might like. I'm reading your stuff, guys. What happened to the MLC T-shirts website? I don't know. You can ask Kevin in exactly 30 minutes when he's back on Twitter. You and Kevin ever try to get on OP podcasts? Everyone shits on him, but Kevin seems to give him a fair shake. Well, Opie gave him kind of his shot. Opie had him on the show, and he kind of blew up. You know, he had that legendary first episode, so I think he's loyal in that respect, and I respect that. Monty J says, I heard Sam Tripoli called you a bitch on Conspiracy Social Club. I don't even know what that is, but please send me the link, chadzumach3@gmail.com. Sounds like a tinfoil conspiracy. Sam said in his stand-up that he was hoping the babies were black when they came out. That's a hack joke. I've heard that a million times. Daniel Tosh did it. Sup, man? You have more views. You have more views than the video Sam just posted. So wing, like me and Charlie Sheen, who raped Corey Feldman or Haim on the set of Lucas. Opie is nowhere near as disgraceful as Ant and Jim. Chad, I don't give a fuck. Chad, what's the deal with the football podcast going forward? We're gonna do one tomorrow. We got it lined up. We're just trying to figure it out before the season. We're just kind of just talking sports loosely, and yeah, if you guys want to go to patreon.com/miserylovesfootball, sign up, and we put them up on Fridays. And yeah, we're going to talk sports, football, basketball, road stories. There's really no fucking organization to it. It's kind of all over the place, but it's fun. It's different. It gives Kevin an outlet that he doesn't necessarily have on Misery Loves Company, where he can talk sports, and he knows his sports. He's pretty smart. What was the poultry joke hack? Would you do Chip Chipperson? I've already been on Chip Chipperson twice. I've been on Chip Chipperson 2 times. Chad, some things aren't worth your dignity. Doing Chip is one of those. Listen, man. Jim's a hard worker. He's a good comic. It's the internet. People like Chip. He makes money off of Chip, so let him do Chip. I don't give a fuck. Do what you want. I'm telling you, I talked to Godfrey. With this pandemic, all rules are off. It's all out the window. There's no rules anymore. Comedy, they'll fuck you in 5 seconds. They'll cancel you. Comedy club bookers will fuck you. The industry will fuck you. So go do what you got to do. Can you please try to get Joe Matarese on MLC? He was just on recently. Go sign up to the Patreon. All right, guys, listen. Thank you. We're at an hour. I just want to thank for listening. I'm going to build this thing. It's going to get bigger, better. I like the comments. I like you guys engaging. I appreciate everyone reaching out here. I appreciate it, sincerely. Hope you're doing well. Hope you have a good week. Wait, it's Thursday. Hope you have a good weekend. Thank you for, honestly, for subscribing to my YouTube channel. This will get better. Promise. I'm working on it. It's my 4th one. Thanks for the super chats, the Venmo, the new Patreons. Thank you, sincerely. I'm going to be a YouTube sensation when it's all said and done. California Love, just put it out there. You're a YouTube sensation. Derek says, I literally tried to send money. It wouldn't get you again. No problem. You can hook me up. Whatever you got to do. Kwame Brown is taking money. The Z-Man's taking money. I'll tell you that right now. Be good, brother. See you, Joseph. See you, Kara. Thank you for the shout-out. Australian Ellis. Thank you. I want to come to Australia. Bobby Miller. Daniel Bean. Shout-out New Zealand, Australia, Canada, Florida, Ohio, LA, California. You guys have a great night. I'm going to be doing more of these. The captain is steering the ship. The Z-Man signing out. You got it. Hit subscribe, bitches. That's a wrap.